The horse is in the red barn.
The sparrow lands at midnight.
We have a lot riding on today, men.
I can assure you, the award for tonight is handcrafted from some of the most rarest materials on this earth.
Well, let's get this over with. The 2020 gala is today.
She's the last of her kind, man.
All right, hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Spencer Day. I am the president of the Brandon Chamber of Commerce. How am I doing for volume? Come give me a hello. Good stuff. Thank you all so much for tuning into our 137th Annual Awards Gala celebration. I hope you had fun watching that little short clip that Barry and I and the staff had put together a couple of days prior. I know Barry's got an Oscar nomination here in his very near future. Our awards gala is a major fundraising event. The success of this event ensures the continuity of the chamber and guarantees the business perspective continues to be heard on various issues. And while today's event is certainly not as we had planned, we are so thankful to our sponsors, members, and attendees who have made our gala event possible today. I would like to start by acknowledging a few of our sponsors before we get started. Our host sponsor today is BDO Canada, LLP. Our platinum sponsor is the Party Professionals and Rental Co. Gold sponsors include Bell Media Inc., Benmarks, Brandon University, Brocky Donovan Ltd., the PDC Caucus of Manitoba, CN, and Key West Photo Image by Design. With that short introduction here, I'm actually going to pass it over to our immediate past president, Ms. Kathy Snellgrove, to bring some greetings. Welcome, Kathy.
Being very mindful of social distancing here. Thanks so much, Spencer. I'd like to welcome you to the 137th Gala and thank you for all for taking the time to attend this afternoon. Less than 4 months ago, and although it seems so much like it was so much longer ago, I had planned on getting up and talking about what a crazy and unpredictable week it had been. After all, we were hearing about cruise ships being quarantined down in Florida and that Uber was finally going to come to Manitoba. And of course, that week we also had the delay on the budget coming down at a provincial level. It seemed like such a crazy moment in that time, but little did we know what was to come. Our annual gala is one of our premier events where we get the chance to come together and celebrate the accomplishments of our many leaders in our business community. While this year we are obviously having to do things a little bit differently, there is no less significance in what these individuals and businesses have accomplished, and in fact, they very much deserve to be recognized and celebrated. There is a saying, if it were easy to do, then everyone would do it. I think most of us agree that the last 4 months have certainly not been that easy, but if nothing else, it has taught us what it means to be resilient. You and the other business leaders in our community have got up each day, dealt with the next challenge, and continuing on. It is what it means to be in business. It's the thing that drives most of us, the idea of conquering the next almost seemingly impossible challenge. I believe part of what makes up the fabric of any business is in the challenges they're able to overcome. Some business owners will tell you about running so tight on cash when the interest rates were skyrocketing, they had to buy fertilizer 1 bucket at a time. Or they'll tell you about the time that a loader ended up somewhere in a lake. Or they'll tell you about losing an entire shipment of product overseas, or about a large customer leaving, or about a Canadian dollar plummeting. Every business and its owner has a story, and it is what makes them unique and worth celebrating. Our award winners today, if we had shared their story 4 months ago, it certainly would have had meaning. But as I look at them today, I know that their stories will hold an entirely different meaning based on what we've been through these last 4 months. They're stories of businesses, their owners, and their employees charting new waters, dealing with having to change the rules associated with an industry, and taking their businesses right to the edge before finally declaring the win. They are the stories that will inspire you to know that while there may be days when you wonder whether it's all worth it, it is also the chance for some of our greatest wins. I want to say congratulations to all of today's winners and let them know how much we appreciate their resilience, their dedication, and their commitment to this community. Now it is my responsibility to tell you about our business awards. The Brandon Chamber of Commerce offers a full range of prestigious business awards to celebrate and profile the accomplishments of our members, as well as to motivate members to excel in their businesses and give back to the community. Nominations for these awards are submitted every year in the fall. They're reviewed by our nomination committees, and the applications that meet the criteria go on to the selection committee. Once considered, they are then awarded, and these awards recognize long-standing and new businesses, lifetime commitment, and contribution to Brandon's business community and business growth. Now I would like to invite Todd Birkin, partner with BDO, to say a few words and present the next award on behalf of our host sponsor, BDO Canada.
Great, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here today on behalf of the partners of and team at BDO Canada. It's a real different time, and there's a really different set of awards for Chamber of Commerce. But I would like to thank the Chamber for forging forward and recognizing the leaders in our community. There's probably no more important time for us to recognize leadership and congratulate those people who are the fabric of our business community. With the COVID-19 world pandemic challenging businesses and economies around the world, and with the Black Lives Matter challenging society to bring justice, healing, and freedom to Black people and other minorities around the globe, these truly are challenging times. And I think it's at times like this that recognizing and celebrating the business leaders in our economy and in Westman could not be more important than ever. I would like to thank the Chamber for forging forward and looking at what's possible. And we should, as individual businesses, look at what's possible and not dwell on what's not. At BDO, we share this commitment to the business community and to our clients. We're supporting business and access to support programs from our fine friends in government, helping business recalibrate for their future to what a new economy looks like and what a change looks like, or ultimately just being a trusted advisor to help in decisions to look what the future holds and not dwell on what's not there. We're tirelessly working and dedicated to helping our businesses be successful and achieve what's possible. Finally and lastly, but certainly not least, for the reason we are gathered here today, congratulations to each and every award winner who will be coming. Rest assured, your efforts are appreciated by each and every one of us. There's a reason why Brandon is a great place to do business and the greatest place in the world to live these days. And that's in part because of leadership from individuals like yourselves. Now with that, I believe there's a short video.
For any successful business, I think there's three key ingredients. One is a vision, two is a great strategy, and three, it's all about culture. A few years ago, we recognized that we had to work and listen to our people about what's important to them, what made BDO work for them. Culture is an evolving thing. It's an evolving set of attitudes and beliefs. So we had to understand what's happening today, the people of today. Our success in our communities is going to continue. It's important because we have a competitive advantage, I believe, because we have such a broad-based, community-built firm across the country. We are collaborating like never before. We're going to market as one firm. We're sharing resources as one firm. We're doing amazing things. Again, part of our one firm culture. So we began that journey in 2016, an extraordinary process for the last 3 years to get to where we are today.
You will not have recognized me on that video. When they were looking for cast members, they recognized very quickly I was a voice for radio, not a face for TV. It is my honor to be here and present the Community Impact Award. I'm extremely pleased to present this next award, which truly recognizes business champions within our community. This award recognizes an individual or business for outstanding community service to the business and community endeavors that have contributed to the well-being of the community as a whole. This year's recipient embodies the award. The Brandon Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce the 2020 recipient of the Community Impact Award, Brad Munn. William Bradford Munn was born on a Canadian Armed Forces base in Marville, France. At the age of 4, Brad and his family moved to Brandon, and we were lucky to have Brad for the rest of his life up till now. Brad graduated from Neyland High School and furthered his education at Brandon University, the University of Manitoba, and the University of Winnipeg. Beginning in 1983, Brad began his professional career in real estate sales, management, and development. He currently sits as an advisor on the Manitoba Real Estate Association Global Business Council. He is a past president of Brandon Area Realtors. He is past director of Manitoba Real Estate Association and the Manitoba Real Estate Association Advisory Board. In 2019, he was recognized by the Brandon Area Realtors with their Award of Realtor Distinction. Brandon is also one of the former owners and managing partner of Royal LePage Martin Liberty, where he is currently still one of their top producing realtors. Now that's what Brad did, and that was his livelihood. But what makes Brad truly special is his philanthropy and his passion for it, particularly for children, at-risk moms, and animals. Brad proudly supports a number of local charities such as the YMCA Women's Shelter, the Humane Society, and the City's Church. And with that, we'll see a video about Brad.
You know, I started volunteering many decades ago, but got really passionate about it in the last likely 15 years. Likely seeing the needs within our community and certainly around the world that both kids and moms have to endure. And so I've always had that passionate side to want to help those that tend not to be able to help themselves.
I think Brad's biggest accomplishment for me is to see the impact that he's had on others and inspiring them.
I admire him for his character. He literally leads by example. He's the type of person that makes me want to be a better person.
Brandon's filled with businesses that are just exceptional in all areas and all walks. So just to be part of the chamber, I think, is so smart for any business.
No, not surprised at all. I mean, if you know Brad, I get to see some of the generosity he does, like I said, when the public is not aware of it, and he's one of the most generous guys I know.
Just proud to know that Brad is getting this award and that he's being recognized for the work he does, because he doesn't seek the public eye when he's doing his charity work, and it's nice to see that someone like that is recognized.
It's all about everybody else. He's never looking for the accolades, you know, and that's what I love about him. He's a very humble person.
You know, I think taking this award is very humbling and uncomfortable for me, as you likely know. And I think that there's so many people that I've had the pleasure of partnering with, being in business with, being in charities with, that are all deserving of what I'm about to get. So I'm just thankful for all of the people that have been in my life to help me get to where I am, and you know, I'll be eternally grateful for that.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate this award, and I just wanted to say thank you to all chamber members as well. looking back, I just see how blessed I am to be in business in Brandon, to have most of my family living in Brandon now, including my grandkids. And I've made Brandon home for almost 60 some years, so it truly is a pleasure. I just wanted to say to my partners at Royal LePage and all our support staff, they've been a big part of this award. They've made going to work fun. I still get to go to work every day with them, and it's just been a pleasure to be with them. Some of the people that made those really nice comments about me I've dragged them through many charities and many business ventures. So to them, I just thank them for the trust that they've given me, for trusting me in some of the endeavors that we've taken. So I really appreciate that too. I am a man of faith, so I value my relationship with our church at Cities Church and our Cities Church family, and I really appreciate all the good that they're trying to do inside our city as well. So again, thank you to them. I also want to congratulate the other award winners, very well deserved, great businesses. So I just think we're so blessed to be able to live in Brandon and raise our families in Brandon. And, you know, I thank the Chamber for that and all the good that they're doing. So a big thank you to everybody.
All right, a sincere congratulations to Mr. Munn. I know that award is very deserved and probably quite overdue. I know for one, I had no idea how much community involvement Mr. Munn has, but we thank you for everything that you do in the Brandon area, and we hope you continue to inspire people going forward. Next up, I would like to introduce and welcome our MLA for Brandon West, our Minister of Central Services, the Honorable Reg Howard, to present our Outstanding New Business Award. Reg.
Thanks, Spencer. Congratulations, Brad. Very fortunate to live next to Brad and his family for many years. Great neighbor, great entrepreneur, and great contributor to society in general. So congratulations on that. So on behalf of the Premier of Manitoba, the Honorable Brian Pallister, the Province of Manitoba, and of course PC Caucus, I'm very pleased to be here today. Congratulations to all the nominees and the award winners. This award that I'm working on here, the presentation of the Outstanding New Business Award, recognizes the accomplishments of a business owner who has succeeded through innovation and risk-taking, achieved success through introducing new products or services, or growing an existing product line through a unique approach, and indeed that is the case here. I am pleased to announce the Outstanding New Business recipient, Greenstone Building Products. Greenstone Building Products manufactures high-efficiency green building envelopes for homes and businesses. They have a proactive and economical approach to carbon-neutral building. ICE, insulated composite envelope panels, are an engineered combination of EPS insulation and steel stud framing. Their mission is to lead the way in building envelope technology by producing healthy, economical, and sustainable dwelling spaces. The Greenstone story began when Ed Dorn was brought a sample of a new building product in 2014. Vetting new projects was not unusual for Ed, president and founder of XL7 Limited, a general contracting firm with over 20 years of history pioneering innovative building products. The product piqued his interest almost immediately. There wasn't anything like it on the market, and it seemed to address many of the major building envelope concerns in our industry that the industry is currently facing, and it was indeed worth some investigating. The investigative journey took him from Northern Ontario to Southwest Virginia, where Ed met the inventor and learned the product had been bouncing around the world for the last 30 years. Panels have been made in Russia, China, Guam, Mexico, Alaska, and other areas of the United States, and for the US Army. Indeed, I've seen probably a forerunner of this product in Indiana when I attended university there quite a while ago, when I was probably half my age or even younger than that. And we saw some homes that were built there, and in the heat of Indiana, they worked very, very well. Although the product had been in the market for 30 years, none of the testing data was accredited nor completed in accordance with a recognized testing standard. This detail may have flown under the radar in other jurisdictions, but Ed knew from industry experience that it would not fly in Canada. So over the next 3 years, they designed a state-of-the-art production facility in Brandon with a certified test laboratory and got to work modifying, testing, and understanding the strengths and liabilities of their new product, Greenstone ice panels. These years had their challenges. They learned their partners did not share the same vision. Eventually, they separated and began to focus on building their team and executing their vision. Today, Greenstone considers itself lucky to have a diverse, creative, and passionate team to face every hurdle. As a group, we are determined to defy the determined to defy the status quo, and this has resulted in Greenstone projects being completed in almost every major city in Western Canada, on all 3 Canadian coasts, in the USA, and in the Caribbean. And if you've not been able to tour your plant, I strongly encourage you to find some time to do that. Ed will give you the time. I'm sure I wouldn't want to commit on his behalf, but he's very proud of what he and his team have accomplished there. I've been through there with many of my colleagues and many cabinet ministers to see how it can be done. So now I believe we have a video showing you how it's done.
Greenstone started in 2015. We opened a plant here in Brandon. We have been head down deep in innovation since then. So about a year ago is when we started really commercializing and trying to get our product out there. We have a product called Ice Panels, and it's an insulated composite envelope panel. So it's used in residential, commercial, industrial construction. So an envelope is the exterior, floor, roof, basically the thing that protects you from the outside elements. We call that the building envelope. One of the things that came to mind for solid business growth or customer service is we did a project in the Bahamas this past year. We went down and installed it in July, and we're super excited to see how the building would perform in such a hot climate. And then it was hit by a hurricane in September. So we watched the hurricane on our phones stall over the exact location in the Bahamas for like 3 days where we built, and we couldn't reach anyone, of course, and everyone was sort of there. And so we were all just holding our breaths that whole weekend, wondering what was going to happen. And a 20-foot wave hit the building and threw a sea can through the wall. So it was crazy, but the building stood and nothing else in the area did.
In a new product like Greenstone, it is very critical to start slowly and carefully, to walk before you run, because any new product does not have the benefit of history and needs to prove itself. And any mistake can be critical and can cause huge problems in your acceptance within the industry. So we are dedicated to delivering excellent customer service to every single customer that takes a look at us, because we appreciate that customer in the sense that they are willing to step outside the box a little bit and try something new and different.
Having the opportunity to support a local business was important to me. So that's been a big factor in getting behind the product. We always lean towards using innovative products. We've always moved in that direction, and the first step is trying it, and once you gain some experience with it, you gain confidence very quickly using the Greenstone product.
Commerce has certainly been very supportive and encouraging, and it's been great to see them rally behind us. 3 times the charm. I think we've tried before. We're excited to be here in Brandon. We're excited to be nominated. We very much appreciate that, and we appreciate all the support we've been given.
It is truly an honor to receive this acknowledgement Thank you, Reg, for your support. Thank you to the Chamber, and a special thanks to Barry Cooper and Spencer Day. Starting a new business such as Greenstone requires commitment, determination, faith in yourself and your team. The unwavering support and care of my family, coupled with the talented team in our office and plant, has carried us through the many challenges. My daughter Stephanie climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and shared the following. The last stage of the climb to the summit of Kilimanjaro is done in total darkness with just a headlamp. You can only see a few steps ahead, and as you take those steps, you trust that you will eventually reach the summit. Some days that has felt like our journey here at Greenstone. Careful steps, sometimes scary, but ultimately worth the climb. We take this opportunity to celebrate success and to share our vision with you. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much for jumping on there live, Ed. A huge congratulations to your team at Greenstone and the entire Dorn family. I know I'm a huge fan of everything you guys have going on there. Your products, your innovation, the technology you guys are implementing is absolutely amazing. Such a great story. I would ask anyone out there that wanted to take a tour to Bug, Ed, or Tilda, or Tim. I'm sure they would love to show you around the building. I've had a chance to go through there myself. Although not in a couple of years now, I'd love to see where it is at. But truly amazing technology, and it's an absolutely amazing business to have right here at home, doing such amazing projects all over the world. So again, congrats to the Dorn family. A couple more thank yous for some sponsors that made the gala possible. Our champagne sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union Limited, Silver Plus, MNP, silver sponsors, Guild Insurance Brokers, RBC Royal Bank, Westover Credit Union. Bronze sponsors, IS Catering, RBC Dominion Securities, Ryan Nestabo, Sear, Greenstone Building Products, Chemtrade Electrochem, Resurrection Paint Correction and Auto Detailing, Vanish Skin Clinic, and supporters of Vital Holdings Partnership, Dick Agencies Insurance Brokers, Jameson Construction, Friends for Life Daycare and Grooming, and Oak and Ivy Salon. With that, I am going to invite up President and Vice Chancellor of Brandon University, Dr. David Docherty, to present our next award for Small Business Excellence.
Thank you, Spencer. It's a pleasure to be here, and certainly thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's certainly an honor for Brandon University to be part of this event, and I want to thank the Chamber for putting this on. The Business Excellence Award honors a business that demonstrates continual business excellence through positive business growth, exemplary customer service, and by embracing an outstanding commitment to quality. This year, we have decided to make this award into 2 awards. One for a business with 15 or fewer employees, and another for a business with 16 or more employees. I am pleased to announce that this year's winner of the Business Excellence Award for Small Business is Brandon Business Interiors. Brandon Business Interiors is a small business capable of big things, never shying away from a project that stretches their abilities and applying the lessons they learned to subsequent opportunities. BBI was started in 1991 by Bob and Penny Ludwig with 2 local partners, offering a standard range of office and common area seating, filing cabinets and office desks, manufactured by Canadian companies to the small and medium-sized corporate market in Brandon. But as the local market and the broader economy changed, they branched out to supply products to 3 distinct target markets: corporate spaces, hospitality and dining, and healthcare, sourcing products from across Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Asia. While they operate as a small business, they have a large footprint with loyal clients in southwestern and northern Manitoba, Winnipeg, eastern Saskatchewan, and into northwestern Ontario. Brandon Business Interiors has long-standing and collaborative relationships with local and regional interior design firms and the design and engineering teams from their manufacturing partners, allowing them to stay on the cutting edge of furnishing products available in the market, matching unique products to client workspaces and workflows. Presently, they are working on, and I understand are very excited about, introducing an architectural wall and acoustic ceiling product to their lineup, in addition to their class-leading office cubicle and partition products, providing them with the ability to furnish an entire space with reconfigurable and movable options that can grow and change with client businesses. Truly a family business. Bob has passed the operational reins on to his sons, Jordan and Dylan, but still maintains a corner office. Congratulations.
Brand Business Interiors was founded in 1991 by my parents, Bob and Penny Ludwig. My dad had been selling office furniture for Jenkins for years and years and years, and he kind of got to the point where he felt that he could branch out on his own, and with 2 local investors, he took the leap, and the rest is history. Our business, there's so much available online these days that, you can go buy a filing cabinet, you can go buy a chair on, any of 100 different websites. But when you call Brand Business Interiors, you're gonna get a good experience, you're gonna get a product recommended exactly for your application.
We'll never say no to anything, we'll at least give it a shot. It doesn't always work, but if it doesn't work, you'll never know if you don't try, right?
The Brandon Chamber of Commerce has been a big part of our business. I know when Dad first started BBI, one of the first things he did was sign up for a chamber membership, because it kind of gives you a little bit of legitimacy in the business community here in Brandon. Once I graduated from university, one of the first things that I wanted to do was get involved in the chamber, because I knew that, through the power of the network, I'd be able to expand, my ability to do business in the community. I kind of had a bit of pause to kind of reflect on it, about whether we deserved it or not. But, once I thought about it, I thought, yeah, you know what, I think we probably do. Very flattered. It means a ton to our family to be recognized. 30 years in business, it means a lot to kind of have somebody reach around and pat you on the back.
Isn't really the forum that I expected to be making this thank you speech, but I'm happy nonetheless. We at BBI are extremely humbled and honored We at BBI are extremely humbled to be honored with the Business Excellence Award Small Business for 2020. It's been a unique experience to reflect back on the successes, challenges, trials, and tribulations that small family businesses go through in order not only to exist, but to grow and prosper. It was actually a neat and nice experience to sit back and reminisce about the old times. See my mother and father who started this business kind of smile about all the things that we've been able to accomplish over the years as they transition towards the next phase of their life as they start to slow down. I owe a thank you to our team over the years and all the folks in Brandon who've been there to help us along the way, whether it be encouragement, mentorship, referrals, or advice. We don't get to do what we do without the great people of Brandon right there beside us. I could sit here for the next few minutes and talk about ourselves and our business, but I'd like to take the opportunity to maybe talk about business in general terms in Brandon and the surrounding area in light of what's going on. It's not a secret that our community has been dealt a body blow over the last few months. Those of us who've stuck our necks out to pursue the dream have been met with challenges that at times seemed insurmountable. It's been hard to dust off and to pick ourselves back up from the mat, but we have. And with a gradual reopening of the economy, you can sense that we're all ready to claw back and rebuild. I'm truly excited to see how the way that we do business is going to change and evolve in the coming months and years. A business like ours doesn't get to exist without the tremendous support of the business community. We need businesses to start up, to grow, to expand, and to flourish. And most of all, we need people to take risks. We can kind of expand on that a little bit and just say that in these times, we all need each other in this little business ecosystem we call Western Manitoba. We're all better together. So let's make sure to continue the tradition of supporting one another and continue to prove that Brandon punches above its weight. This isn't a celebration of Brandon Business Interiors, but a celebration of the success and the perseverance of the business community right here in Brandon. It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of my family and business partners, my team, and everyone who's been there along the way. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for everything they've done for me personally and for the business community in light of everything that's going on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Jordan. A huge congratulations to your family. I know it's very well deserving, and thank you for the extra comments there in the speech. I think everything you said is incredibly important, and maybe I'll just grab something quickly out of your video there about talking about buying the products that you guys sell online. We all know there's a host of different vendors available on the web that we can buy all kinds of products from, and it is an incredibly important time right now to support local businesses such as Brandon Business Interiors. And I know just from speaking from experience recently dealing with you guys, the service is second to none, and I couldn't imagine ever going online to take advantage of products or services that you guys offer right here in town. So again, a huge congratulations, and I hope our membership and network will continue to support local businesses like yours. So thank you very much, Jordan, and congrats again to the Ludwig family. Next up, we have a special guest to introduce again. We have CN's Jasdeep Devgan to present the next award for business excellence for a large business.
Thank you, Spencer. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be joining you all for this virtual awards gala, and CN is proud to continue our support of the Brandon Chamber of Commerce. I'm pleased to announce that this year's winner of the Business Excellence Award for 16 or more employees is Christie's Office Plus. Christie's Office Plus was founded in 1881 in Brandon, Manitoba, and has expanded from its roots in servicing the educational markets across Western Canada to a full-service office and educational supplier. Christie's Office Plus currently has locations in Brandon, Winnipeg, and Red Deer. The office products division of the company supplies a full line of traditional products and furniture, computer consumables and peripherals, as well as break room, janitorial, and sanitation supplies. The educational division adds most of the supplies found in today's classrooms, including furniture, art and craft supplies, and teaching aids. Their trained professionals provide industry expertise and ongoing product support to help with your day-to-day challenges. They are currently stocking over 6,000 items bought directly from the manufacturer, with their membership in Canada's largest purchasing buying group. Christie's can provide competitive pricing. Christie's Office Plus offers a complete range of products and services combined with industry experience, will source any product fitting your needs. They recognize purchasing must be a trouble-free, pleasant experience if they expect long-term relationships with their customers.
Christie's is older than the city itself. It was founded in 1881 by E.L. Christie. And interestingly enough, it was on Rosser Avenue when it first started in the 1900s, really designed as a school furnishing company, books, stationery, and wallpaper. And in 1926, it moved to 705 Pacific Avenue, which is where it stayed until the fire. You had to accept the fact that the fire destroyed everything that we had, whether it was personal or professional, all of the inventory. I mean, we didn't walk away from that fire with anything, and you really had to accept it and move past it.
I think one of the key things that a lot of people would come up to me because I'd been at Christie's a long time, what's going on? Oh my goodness, what's happening? But you know, the thing that I always told people is, yes, the building is gone, but Christie's still exists. Because Christie's is all about the people that work there, and all of them are fine. Everybody was okay. There was no issues with the fire. No one was hurt, and we survived.
We actually have a great relationship with the Chamber. The first luncheon I went to after the fire, I sold a sit-stand desk with Greg, and we've held the business out to 5. I've made a point to be at a few Chamber events myself, talk to a lot of people. People were interested in what we were doing, and I would think any event that we went to, people always asked how we worked. I was actually very shocked. I looked on the website to see previous winners, and I was like, you know, what made us any different from anybody else? I would say a lot of things made us different, but to recover from a fire in a short period of time and having the business restored, I think really has set us apart. I don't know if many people could say they could do that. If somebody asked 5 years ago, where would I be now? I definitely wouldn't say here.
I have mixed feelings about accepting this reward. I acquired Christie's about 2.5 years ago. My first 3 months as a business owner were very challenging, but within 7 months, Christie's experienced the unexpected, a devastating fire. I would not be here if it weren't for some very important people. The dedication of my employees, our customers, local business people, and the CIS network and vendors have played a huge part of our rebuilding success. I wish to say thank you to Don Green, who came back from his retirement to help after the fire and serve as our project manager of our new building. Many thanks to our whole Christie's team who serviced our customers under trying circumstances. Everyone went over and above expectations, despite being personally affected by this terrible loss. Heartfelt thanks go to my local management team, Lois Parr, Donna Christie, Derek Moore, and Mike Casella. These 4 managers powered through when literally we had no home and nothing to sell. They managed the process of moving to a temporary location, stocking a warehouse, and from scratch. This was no small task. To my valued employees, you make up the Christie's family, and I know each of you have a story to tell. As of December 2019, we have a new home. The home where Christie's family of customers and employees will meet again, catch up and laugh, talk about the old times, where new traditions and bonds and memories were formed. I know in my short time as leader, we have had very many challenges. However, I'm optimistic about the future. For me, it brings a lot of perspective. Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I know that with the dedicated employees, loyal customers, and strong business community, we can go far together. Our vision is to grow and prosper alongside our customers and employees, one relationship at a time. Thank you for this award.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Travis, and congratulations to the entire team at Christie's Office Plus. I know it's been a difficult past couple of years. I have 2 dates that are burned in my brain, and I'd actually just thought of this when I was sitting down there, but May long of 2018, we all know exactly where we were when that fire burnt those couple beautiful brand new buildings down to the ground, and this past March the 12th, which was the original day of our gala, that I had the unfortunate responsibility of visiting you, Travis, and letting you know that we would have to put off the acceptance of this amazing award. But to your entire team down there, Lois, Derek, Donna, Greg, I know there's many more. You guys have done an absolutely amazing job and shown amazing resiliency the last couple of years to be up and at a point where you are. The facility's amazing. I've had the chance to tour it myself. I know a couple other people have as well, but again, if you have the chance, get in there and bug Travis. He'd love to show you around the building. It's amazing how far they've come in the last couple of years, and you guys are very much deserving of that award. You have, you're very humble, and you guys have an amazing story there, and you have a very, very far reach with everything you guys do there. So congrats again, very, very deserving. With that, I'm going to invite our Vice President of the Brandon Chamber, Mr. Barry Cooper, up and give him a few minutes in the camera.
Thank you, Spencer. I think that jumping off on what Spencer said, I think we all have quite a memory of March the 12th and exactly where we were, which for a number of us was in this building, making some pretty tough decisions that day. The day that COVID took such a bite out of the world and our regular goings on. One of the things that really changed for some other people was that after pretty much a whole year's planning, our events committee was set to deliver an incredible gala meeting to our membership that evening. And then 7 hours before the champagne was poured, it was canceled. We know today isn't the showstopper that the committee envisioned, but we would like to recognize the hard work and dedication that they've provided, which allows our chamber to shine in so many ways. So please join me in virtual applause for the following committee members. Katrina Sigurdsson from the Party Professionals and Rental Co. Brad Danielson from Benmarks. Courtney Mathiesen from Maple Leaf Foods. Davian Kelly, MyPhone, TELUS, and Kudo Authorized Dealer. Krista Powell from Progressive Westman. And Alex Daly-David, formerly from the Brandon Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all so much for your hard work on behalf of your Brandon Chamber of Commerce.
All right, thank you so much, Barry, and thank you to the entire events committee. I know a lot of work goes into these events, and obviously unfortunate with the with what's gone on in the last couple of months, but we do thank you guys for everything, and we hope to have you back next year to continue planning our gala for next year. So with that, I'm going to actually invite Kathy back up here. We are a little bit ahead of schedule, which I'm sure no one will mind because we don't have any food to get served. So we have the final award of the day, and with that, I'll invite Ms. Snellgrove back up one more time.
Absolutely love how he calls me Ms. Snellgrove. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate Brad, the team at Greenstone, Brandon Business Interiors, and Travis and his team at Christie's. As I promised when I started off, I said that we had a really impressive group here, and I think you'll agree that they all have some amazing stories. So congratulations to all of you and your teams, and for all those things that you've done for us in our community. I'm up here now to talk about the Business Person of the Year Award. The Business Person of the Year Award is a prestigious award given to a business person who exemplifies outstanding business practices and achievement. This person who also demonstrates leadership, vision, and creation of economic growth while contributing to the community. I'm pleased to announce the recipient of this year's Business Person of the Year Award is Robert Rashad. Now, as Barry talked about, on March 12th, we were moments away, and actually that morning I remember meeting with Bob and having the opportunity to put the award in his hands. So if there's been a guy that's had to wait for a long time for us, it really has been Bob. Robert Rashad, as we also know him as Bob, could be said to be a born entrepreneur. At just 13, he negotiated one of his first deals, an agreement with the owner of A&L Cycle and Ski for a shiny new, to him, Diamondback Pacer 500 BMX for services rendered. Not only did he work until the debt was satisfied, but somehow he convinced management that his continued employment was mutually beneficial, and through his tenure, learned a lot about running a business. In high school, he and a friend who were convinced that there was a need to manufacture and distribute unique candles. Wax, Wick, and Flame was born, and successful enough to provide Bob his very first home. In time, his soon-to-be wife Kim and son Cody joined him, and together the two operated B.O.B. headquarters. The company expanded from a retail location to selling nationally online, all while continually expanding the types of smoking, accessories, and general product offerings. When recreational cannabis was legalized in Canada, this introduced an entirely new market with brand new opportunities. He formed the parent company Humble and Fume Inc., and with it introduced the operating identity Humble and Fume, responsible for processing of cannabis, biomass to create such products as vaporizing cartridges, cannabis edibles, beverages, and topicals. Today, he has expanded his operations into many large centers across North America. And if you happen to get a chance to hear him, he was at one of our luncheons this last year, and his story is just amazing and incredibly interesting. Bob has lent his entrepreneurial knowledge to a number of other businesses, but in all that he has accomplished in the business world, there's one thing he cherishes more than anything: his family. He and Kim continue to work together and have two accomplished children in Cody and their daughter Boston, who have, from what I understand, Boston was able to destroy her father's attendance in her first year of Brandon University, probably even with COVID going on. I'd like to congratulate Bob, his entire team, and just say what an amazing business person of the year.
I got started in business kind of by accident. I went to university for half a year and dropped out to become a professional snowboarder. Moved out west, and obviously that didn't turn out how I hoped at the time. I began making jewelry. People liked it, so I just started building that business up. We really like to help is with the donations that we make to dozens of charities. We really like to support local communities, and we do a relatively good job. What I'm most proud of, just seeing it grow and being able to grow it with people that we get along with, right? In an environment where hopefully people wake up wanting to go to work in the morning.
Bob does everything at 120%, and he's worked extremely hard over the last number of years, and especially the last 3 or 4 years, building up with legalization of cannabis in the country, and he deserves this award. He's worked really hard.
He's hardworking. He's good at attracting and surrounding himself with hardworking, really talented people. He's a team builder, and he's been able to build really effective teams and keep them motivated and focused on success.
He's fair. He's a great listener. He's genuine. He's well liked by his employees and respected by his employees also. And he is one of the hardest working people I know.
There were a number of people that were members of the Chamber of Commerce that just talked about how helpful it is. So after joining, it was quite evident. I mean, I've always been treated with a lot of respect, and there's a lot of caring people at the Chamber. They're looking out for business, and they provide a lot of benefit to businesses in the community. Although grateful that I don't have to be doing this in front of a living and breathing crowd of people, you'll better understand why in a few moments. My original plan was to wing it rather than get choked up over words on cue cards. Unfortunately, a couple hours ago, panic began to set in and I frantically attempted to prepare something acceptable. So please bear with me if this comes across rightfully as something thrown together last minute. As for my attire, I figured that if my assumptions were correct, most of this audience did not dress up the way they would when attending similar ceremonies, and so it wouldn't be authentic to do so either. This might be the only time that picturing a crowd in pajamas to ease nerves might not be all imagined. I'd like to thank the Brandon Chamber of Commerce for such an honor and recognize all of the amazing people and sheer luck involved in finding myself in this position today. In 2012, one of our companies was fortunate enough to be the recipient of a Business Excellence Award. And when I took the stage to accept it, my nerves almost locked me up completely. I couldn't figure out why I was so intimidated that evening as my hands shook uncontrollably. And as previously mentioned, I stumbled over my prepared words. I later realized that my loss of composure was very likely due to the simple fact that Kim and I were standing in front of so many successful business people, many of whom, at the very least, equally qualified and deserving of the same. Regardless of whether they'd built their company from scratch to success or transformed an existing business into something even more remarkable, our community is made up of many incredibly talented people. So to be chosen among them is certainly an honor that is recognized and appreciated. This acknowledgement means a lot to me. However, once I can finally get my hands on it, will be accepted as though it was a Business Couple of the Year award. My amazing wife, Kim, has been an integral part of the success realized over the years, and wisely managed to avoid playing any part in the equal number of flopped endeavors I occasionally plunged myself into. She, along with the rest of my family, have been incredibly supportive, and their belief in our ability to achieve is what really made it happen. Our companies conduct business in many parts of the world, predominantly in Canada and the US. And when meeting people from almost anywhere outside of Westman, they scratch their heads in wonder as to how and why we opted to set up shop and secure roots here. I must admit that at times I find myself scratching my head along with them, although I've always truly known that positivity, perseverance, and building a strong relationship is what it takes to make something great. And doing so from a relatively remote location can be achieved. I see proof of it every day as I drive past the buildings of the incredibly successful business neighbors that surround me in my office on Douglas Street here in Brandon. If the unfortunate events that led to this virtual gala has proven one thing, is that when forced to think differently, we will find ways to survive. And some of those strategies will help us thrive. Although not always ideal, and not for everyone, some of our employees have realized increased productivity and better quality of life during this pandemic, resulting in our ability to cut costs, closing an office in LA, reducing space in Austin, and potentially Toronto. Our team here in Brandon has understood decades, and now that practice is becoming commonplace. Where we once saw challenges being outside of a large epicenter, we now see advantage. Excluding the months of January and February, praying for travel restrictions to be lifted by then, Brandon is a pretty great city, and there aren't many places I'd rather be during the summer than Manitoba, which is why we not only believe in the ability to build an international company from this spot, we're incredibly fortunate to attempt that from a place we can call home. My introduction included the amazing people and luck that helped get us here. A few of those amazing people were longtime friends, and in both cases, the inspiration for two of the most successful companies we are part of today. Unfortunately, only a couple of them remain local, but we still work well together and wouldn't imagine doing so from anywhere else. To be recognized by the people who've grown up with and supported us since young adulthood cannot be beat. Somehow, the fact that we were nominated and ultimately chosen by our friends, neighbors, and peers in this community is humbling. I thank you all once again and proudly accept this award on behalf of my wife, our fantastic employees, and every other equally deserving entrepreneur and business leader in this community.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. I always have such a great time listening to anything you have to say, and just further what Kathy said there, I did have a chance to attend that luncheon where we had you as the keynote speaker, and it's just incredible. I learned something new about your business every time we get to hear you speak. You have such an incredible story, and Brandon is very lucky to have a business such as yours based here. Also, congrats to Kim and your partners there, Val and Blair. It's also a huge feather in their cap to have this award come to you today, Mr. Rashad. We did actually really good for time today. We're just 1 o'clock, so we're not taking any more time than a normal luncheon, which is great because I'm actually starving. I do have quite a few thank yous to get through here. Of course, thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors for making the event possible today. These things would not be possible without you. I know it was a little bit difficult transitioning from the March 12th event to today's webinar, but we do truly appreciate it. Everyone that's come on to attend, all of our members that have tuned in, thank you very much. Our staff, I had no idea what went into a webinar like this until this morning, actually trying to get these videos and live feeds all pieced together. It is an incredible amount of work, and our staff here at the Chamber have done an amazing job. I know they're going to be feeling much better now that we could put it behind us, but I thought it went great. So again, thank you all for attending. Special guests, thank you so much to Jazdeep, Dr. Doherty, Minister Helwer, and of course Todd Birkin there for your contributions through the awards. A huge congratulations again to all of our award winners, Brad Munn, Greenstone Building Products, and the Doran family, Brandon Business Interiors, Bob Penny and Jordan, the whole Ludwig family, and of course Chrissy's Office Plus and Bob Rashad, very, very deserving, and some absolutely amazing stories that are coming out of Brandon. So with that, I will leave you to enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your summer. We will see you again very soon. And remember that we are stronger together, one day at a time. We are going to get through this, and as long as we're all supporting each other, I think we're going to come out stronger on the other side. So thank you very much, and I believe Elites has a video to close us out.